Hey YouTube! So I am up and walking, and I am walking really well. It's been about 7 months since I had the frame taken off my leg, and I gotta say the results are nothing short of a miracle. I've been able to walk for about up to 5 hours straight without feeling any real significant pain, and standing is not an issue. And just the other day I broke into a run when I was at the grocery store and had to run and get something real quick while I was in line, and I was like, holy shit, I am a fast runner, even though this is the first time that I've done that. When the frame was taken off, I had pains all over my legs, and you know, it's not really a surprise because every single muscle and ligament and cartilage surface is kind of realigning itself and figuring out what it's going to be doing in the future. My foot actually changed shape gradually after I had the frame removed. It was kind of bent at an angle before. I had a lot of weak muscles. I had to do physical therapy for about 2 months, and in those 2 months I went from having like this pains all over different sides of both knees and in both ankles and in both hips to only occasionally having pain in my right hip, which has, you know, it still has about an 8-degree deformity. So it's actually what's hurting nowadays should be hurting, and everything that doesn't hurt is pretty much solid. My kneecaps are now pointing more straight than to the sides, and I've noticed that I can easily get in and out of a squat or a turn, pivot, etc. Even though I've lost like an absolute ton of cartilage all over my legs, still, even with that loss, my knees and ankles are completely smooth. The one thing that really worried me when I first got the frame off is that my ankle, it did hurt a lot, but what I noticed is that it's my foot that was making the most changes, given that it turned inwards by 15 degrees. So I was scared that my ankle pain would continue to be debilitating, but it faded over time. And I went from, when I was in physical therapy, I was taking a couple ibuprofen here and there still, and then I was also taking my cartilage support stack that I take, which is glucosamine, fish oil, boron, collagen, something else I can't remember. But as time went on, I would forget to take that supplement stack and forget to take ibuprofen and not even notice any difference in my pain levels. So nowadays I can forget. I haven't taken any ibuprofen in about 3 or 4 months, and then my cartilage support stack I seem to only take maybe once a week when I get like a wince of pain. So and usually just as my hip. So this has worked amazing. One thing we did in the surgery was overcorrect my foot to an inward angle of like plus 2 degrees, and when I finally was able to walk, I noticed that my foot was inward, and I was like, crap, I made like a really huge expensive mistake. But actually what has happened over time is that foot has sort of gone outwards again. The cartilage surface kind of changed where it was soft and where it was hard, as far as I can tell, and the ligaments and muscles probably changed in shape and size as well. And now I have, you know, when I walk, I have feet that are at equal angles. So like even if you're, you know, off by a couple degrees, your body can really compensate for that. And so I actually have really perfect stride these days, other than my hip sort of interfering with what's going on. So you can see my feet are fairly straight, maybe not perfectly, but it's amazing. I can actually trust my legs now. I have not have not even thought about my crutches or cane ever since maybe a month after the operation, and now they just kind of sit in my closet as just a memory of what my life was like before I had my tibia corrected. So I think at some point I want to get my hip fixed. It would be very hard to justify insurance paying for it though, so it might be a thing I have to get done in some other country or some other healthcare system, because fixing the tibia was about, if you paid cash, it was probably about the price of a Porsche. $50,000-$70,000 here in the United States, and I'm sure that the hip would also be pretty expensive. But I like to be biomechanically perfect, and also my bicycle riding performance has improved massively. I am just as fast as any other person on the road now, and given that I ride a recumbent bike, I can also go faster than most people on racing bicycles now. So having my feet straight really changed the sort of power stroke my legs put out, and it's like there is like a small possibility of me losing a little bit of weight, getting in even better shape, and doing professional riding for the first time in my life. So I'm very excited. And because I'm also very steady on my feet, I am thinking about getting into martial arts as well, but we'll see about that. I do have kind of a funky shoulder, and I haven't been able to go to the gym to do physical therapy to make it feel less funky and get it stronger. But yeah, I hope that you got some valuable information out of my videos about tibial torsion. It's unfortunately very hard to find a surgeon who will do this, and you will really have to hunt, and you will really have to fight to even get diagnosed. But I saved myself from 6 joint replacements by fixing 1 bone. So I think it was absolutely worth it, and wouldn't recommend anything else. Fix the core issue and not the symptoms. And I'm just gonna show you me running a little bit, just from the front angle. I'm barefoot, and I'm not trained on how to run whatsoever, and I'm on a hard surface, but yeah, I'll just let you see. Yeah, obviously I need to probably train a little bit better, and you might see the foot going inward a little bit, but it's apparently a valid gait. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more exciting topics in the future. See ya.